Hi there, this is part 2 and I'm going to be doing the thighs. Now I hope you watched part 1. It's just me blabbing on about all my different pieces. So I've got my hardboard here. What I do is, the hardboard, the pieces that I do go into this tray. A bit of extra foam, throw away bits, and saw blade. Ah, dropped the saw blade. So that gets clear, this tub, all the pieces go in here. So I know I've got every piece and I don't lose any. These are the last pieces to get cut and some pieces taken out. So that goes over here. So this will be a unique inside to how I prepare. That's a sharper blade. It just stays in there because that's where that goes. So this has got an adjusting part on it. Up from 45 degrees to 0. Got all my pins there for the hardboard. These are just, all my cuttings are foam, are in the bottom there in those big boxes just under this hardboard. So basically I need another duplicate for the helmet, my man helmet. So I'll just shove that up out of the way there. I'll find a duplicate for that. So I don't need any hardboard at the moment, so I'll move that out of the way. I'll just shove that hardboard there. Got a Stanley knife for cutting pieces. So all my cuttings are here. Got all my cuttings there, and I've got the big sheets of foam. Oh, on another packet. Oh, they order some more foam. Usually I keep these bags for the waste. Can't be bothered then. So easy mat. Go mats. Here's my Stanley knife. So it's basically a box of 32 mats that I have. I just buy in bulk. Put it in there. So there's my mats. Oh, it's got a horrible colour to it. What the score is with that? That's fine. Use this one first. So for the bigger pieces that I need, also I need to cut up. Take away the trim. Got a big massive box of trim. So there's my foam mat. Set that there now. What I need to do is put this back in the box. This also doubles up as a table. So I've got plenty of mats now to do quite a few costumes, and that'll sit there. So I'm ready to rock and roll. And my hand there. Yep, just checking this is on video. It is. So if you go into Google Plus and type in Infinity Props, and there's also incblotcreations, that's incblotcreations. It's a Google Plus page. If you want to go into that, you can. Also, if you go to eBay, you'll see my chest piece with the arc reactor in the middle. This is arc reactor. It's optional. You can pay an extra £30 for this to go into the chest piece, and it lights up as well. Okay, right. So let's go into this. What I usually do is I usually keep my piece here for references. So I've got this as a reference as well, makes it a lot easier. So I'm just going to pick the piece that I need to do first. In fact, I'm going to do the alteration to the back piece. So there's the back of the calf. So it's going to have an alteration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this down the middle. I could have done with a pen rather than a pencil. Pen, there you go. So I'm going to split this down the middle. So basically I've got two pieces to alter at the moment, so it's going to be the same width as the tape. So I need to split this down the middle. Got the wrong blade in, so in fact I'll do that later. The pieces I need to cut are these two pieces here. Is that correct? Yeah. So I'm going to basically split these down the middle and widen these by 1.25 inches. Okay. And 1.25 inches is about 32 millimeters, roughly. Somebody will quote me on that. Good. Hope they do. Right, so I'll leave them to last. So I'm going to find the pieces I want to cut out. Where am I? So you can see I've got a lot of marks on these. I've got like 35 degrees, 10 degrees, question marks. I've got more measurements than a measuring stick. So I've got the not so sharp blade on for the foam. Right, first of all, cut out a piece for. So I need to cut two off these. I do that style knife. That's there. So hopefully I'll get two pieces out of this. Yeah, oh, plenty. I'll be glue gun on the ground, so that piece will go in there. Where'd that glue gun go? Just like a glue gun like that. It's not on anyway, the glue gun. So basically I'm going to tack my pieces together. Where my holes is. Right, this is the piece I'm going to cut first. So the first thing I've got to do is I've got to figure out the angles of these pieces. I've got to make sure that there's a piece in there for cutting. So I'm just going to figure out what I'm going to cut first. So I've got 10 degrees against up to there. So set the saw to 10. There's my first mistake. 10 degrees. It's 10 degrees against. So I'll see if I can salvage it. Oh, I can't. Right. Okay. That can be used as something else. Ah, that's what you get for not paying attention, Mark. So it's 10 degrees against. So basically, if the arrow's that way, it's your angles is away from the saw. So basically you're just running the blade against the piece for the desired angle. So there's the 10 degrees, it's cut on this side, and on the other side it's 20 degrees against. So just set this to 20. Now I could save these little pieces here, but there's no point. I've got a full box of cuttings. So inside I've got, I'll do the straight cut first. So I've got a straight cut at the top. Two straight cuts here. I don't want to go too far in because I need this piece here to cut out. So now I'm doing is a 40 degrees inwards cut. So 40 degrees. And what I'll do is I'll just check my inside of my did I alter that? 10, 10, 30, 40. Yep, I did alter that. So 40 first. You see that the 40 degrees inwards goes to this line and then it gets changed to 35 and then that's your bit ready. So I've drawn it up to, I've cut it up to that line. Just going to change this to 35, so an extra 5 degrees. And then continue. And that gives me my piece for cutting that. Okay. So there we have it, that's the piece cut out. So take the pins out. So basically I've got two of these to cut. So that's that piece there. And that's going to be that part of the thigh there. Okay. That's correct. Correct among the dudes. Right, so I need to cut another one of these. So where's that one I made a mistake on? I can reverse this to see if it works out actually better for me. Yep, that should be fine. Oh, then I always mark the L for left on that one. And what I do is, this usually gets put into a tub. There's a tub there. Get all that crap out there. So it goes in there, that's marked L for that side, and then they get shoved in a tub so they're ready for gluing. So just put up the back piece and we'll look at the angles again. So we'll put on a 10 this time. Back to 10, so it's 10 degrees against. Moving on to 20, and that's against. It's actually, it didn't work out correctly because, yeah, it's totally wasted. I thought I'd get away with that, but obviously not, so I'll cut it again. It's not a problem, that's what happens. I mean that piece, this piece will get used for something else. I've got all big cuttings in that box anyway. So I'll just fire this up here, get a Stanley knife out. So that was 20 degrees, I'll do this 20 degrees first. Move on to the 10. So once I've done this cut, then I'll just basically pause the video and I'll give you an update later. So what I'm on, 10 degrees. Straight onto the straight cuts, so put it to 0. Now I've seen people doing this on the scroll saw, but basically they put the template on, paper template on, and then mark it with a filter tip pen, and then cut it that way. I prefer doing this because it's just straight into it, and there's no messing. So it's a 35 first because it's the reverse. Straight onto 35. Let's see if I can slip this in. I'll just cut that with the knife for now. That piece in there. I can get in with the cut. So I'm up to my so I'm up to my line there. I'm having a good time today. So it's changed to a 40. So I'm up to the line. And then that's another piece for the reverse of this one. Something's come off. I think it's shooting one of the pins out. It doesn't matter. So that's that side, so that'll go in the tub. That piece will go back in the ducket, so I know that's been cut. Because there's a tip for you, you've got to make sure that you've got all your pieces in one place, especially a tub or something, and you know you're taking it from there, and once it's cut it then goes back into the ducket that it came from, that way you don't lose anything. So here we've got the angles again, we've got the 30 degrees inwards, down to 10, so it's 35 to then 10 and then 40 there. So we'll start with the 30 first. In fact I could have done the 40 because the 40 was already set, but no, oh no, I need to start with 30 first anyway. So 30. Move it straight to 10. Oh, I moved that there. 10 degrees, tighten up.